Hello everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 1A. Myself, Priyanshi Goyal, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 8th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Intelligent Systems, ICTIS 2024, Ahmedabad, India. The 8th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was organized in Ahmedabad, India on 4th of April 2024, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today, that is 5th of April 2024. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentations and 2 minutes for question and answers. On 7 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There's another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any queries or updates, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we get started, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for the session, Dr. Ratna Patil ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. We
Thank
are
you.
happy to have us. Dr. Ratna Nitin Patil ma'am have around 25 years of teaching experience at various universities and engineering colleges pan India. She is currently an associate professor in artificial intelligence and data science department at Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology, Pune, Maharashtra, India. Her area of interest includes natural language processing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and meta-heuristic algorithms. She has published more than 20 research papers in international journals and conferences. She has filed 11 patents in the field of AI and IoT. Very happy to have you with us, ma'am. Now, I would
Thank
like to invite you for the opening remarks of this session. I think there's a network error due to which we are not able to hear ma'am. Uh, I think I'll quickly begin with the presentation of the papers for now, and we can have the welcome by ma'am later on. So, uh, now I would like to request the first presenter for today, Tejaswini V. Wag. I would like to invite you to present your paper titled A Comprehensive Analysis of Cyberbullying Detection Using Various Machine Learning Approaches. Do we have you here with us?
yes. Should I
Oh,
share my screen for PPT?
yes, you can share your screen. I'll stop sharing.
Yes. So good morning, everyone. My project title is A Comprehensive Analysis of Cyberbullying Detection Using Various Machine Learning Approaches. This will be today's conversation part, today's agenda, whichever topics I am going to cover in this presentation. As we can see, in today's generation, it becomes very efficient to detect cyberbullying. But to identify which classifier or which algorithms predicts it fast and efficient also matters a lot. Because in today's generation, there are more than 1.6 billion social network users globally, and over 64% of internet users accessing social service online. Hence, it becomes very efficient to predict the cyberbullying fast and efficient. We have researched various research papers. Yes, we have gone through various research papers for our literature survey. We have get to know that which technology should we use for our project, which method is more efficient to detect the cyberbullying. Myself and my team have researched, have did a comprehensive survey of 80 research papers. And this is the link for our Excel report where we have introduced each and every details of our research, whatever the survey we have did. So with this emerging problem, our project aims to explore various machine learning techniques for detecting instances of cyberbullying with a comprehensive analysis and evaluation. Our objectives of this project is to conduct a very exhaustive literature survey so that we can get to know that what should we do and how should we do. Secondly, to gather a very good high quality data set, both for bullying and non-bullying, so that our model which we are going to train should be trained efficiently. Then a normal machine learning algorithm, that is NLP, for our project. Then we have to train our model such that it will able to detect if the conversation, if the chat is cyberbullied or not. And also our project objective aims to identify which classifiers, which algorithms works very efficient and fast. This is the system architecture of our project, which includes data collection, then data preprocessing, then splitting the data into training and testing parts, and then applying the classifiers, and then predicting which classifiers is more efficient than rest of the others, and then doing evaluation with that chosen classifier. This is the technology and tools which we have used throughout our project. We have used Visual Studio Code for doing our entire code. Then we have taken our data from the Twitter API. We have used various Python libraries for generating graphs and ML programs. These are the 9 classifiers which we have worked upon, which includes bagging classifiers, a stochastic gradient descent classifier, logistic regression classifier, decision tree classifier, linear support vector classifier, random forest classifier, AdaBoost classifier, multinomial naive Bayes classifiers, and nearest neighbors classifiers. We have worked each every one of the classifiers throughout our project. Then we have calculated, we have introduced a simple data science in our machine learning project. We have calculated accuracy, precision, F1 score, recall for each and every classifiers. These are the results. This is a precision, this is a precision graph for each and every classifiers. Then this is the accuracy of each and every classifier. This is the recall graph for each and every classifiers. And this is the F1 score for each and every classifier. This At the end, we also calculated the training time and prediction. And in this results, we can clearly see that stochastic gradient descent classifier, that is SGDC, is have very less training time, that is 0.047 seconds, and also very less prediction time than others. So, with this comprehensive evaluation across various key factors, we found that SGDC was found to be best suited model for cyberbullying detection. It has comparatively very good percentage for F1 square accuracy, precision, recall. Also, the prediction and the training time was also low, which matters a lot. The training and prediction times should be very good in accuracy. Hence, which all comes in this SGDC. Hence, we have selected SGDC model to train our dataset. This is the code output for our results. We can able to see that it is clearly identifying correct output, whether it is cyberbullying detected or not. Concluding to the R project, the research underscores the significance of leveraging machine learning algorithms and classification techniques in constructing effective defense mechanism against cyberbullying. Throughout our research, we have did lots of survey as well as we have predicted which algorithms works efficiently, and the precision and prediction time is of the algorithms is very less. So our research conclude that SGDC classifiers emerge as the most fitting model for our data set, which can which can detect the cyberbullying in very efficient and fast method. These are the references from which we have gathered our data and we have learned from these papers. Thank you.
Okay, Tejaswini.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
I have one question. Presentation was very good. I have one question. What
Yes.
features or characteristics of cyberbullying were considered while training the model?
Characteristics in data set.
Yes.
Okay,
How
the
did you
data
train
set.
the model? Like which features you had considered?
For example, there could be a way, we have considered, if someone had, like in this code, if someone had just entered fuck, so it would not be classified as cyberbullying because it is not addressing to some person. But when you address that particular word to a person, then it is a cyberbullying detect. Then it is actual cyberbullying. So that factors we have considered that not only with the words, but with the with the sentence, the code should able to calculate the cyberbullying.
Do you have the list of such words while training the model?
In our data set, we have.
Okay, okay. One more question I have. What are
Yes.
the implications of the study's findings for real world applications? Like, can it be used in social media platforms or educational institutions? How?
Yes, ma'am. It can be used in a real time application, and our project future scope is that only. In the next semester, we are going to do it in real world application.
Okay,
And
fine.
yes,
You have considered only Twitter data set, am I right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. How many features are there in that Twitter data set?
There are there is a column of various sentences, like conversation, and then it is in the next column it is like cyberbullying detected or not.
Okay, and how many records?
What?
How many instances or records are available in the data set?
Okay, ma'am. There are more than thousands.
Okay, but don't you feel that they are very less in number? On 1,000 records, you are training the model and stating the conclusion. Do you feel it is less in number?
Yes, ma'am.
Try to increase the records,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. We will try to increase the record.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Tejaswini, for your presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, Now I would like to just a second. Let me.
Beyond ledgers, Vidisha.
Yes, yes. Now I would like to invite Vidisha Pradhan for presenting a paper titled Beyond Ledgers, Exploring the Impact of Blockchain on Global Supply Chain Networks. We have you here, ma'am. Vidisha, ma'am, do we have you here with us? Vidisha, ma'am, are you here with us?
Yes, yes, yes. I was having a bit internet issue.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'll stop presenting so you can present your paper.
Yes,
I'll
sure.
also request all the participants to keep their cameras on while presenting and answering the questions so that the chair at least knows who they are talking to.
Sure. Shall I share my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
yes.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Very good morning to all of you present over here. This is Vidisha Pradhan. I'm an assistant professor at Changsut University, Changla. I'm going to deliver my presentation on one of the survey papers that we have done, that is Beyond Ledgers, exploring the impact of blockchain on global supply chain networks. This is the outline of my presentations. Some basic features of blockchain, applications of blockchain, then role of blockchain in supply chain management, comparison of traditional supply chain management and blockchain-based supply chain management, current studies or researches that is going on in the same field, challenges and actionables that are faced, and finally the conclusion. As we can see, okay. As we can see that blockchain was initially considered as the hype, but now it has converted from hype to value. So if we consider the blockchain, it is really very wonderful technology which was developed. It is basically maintaining the data, digital data in such a secure form that we are not able to immune the data, or we can say that we are not able to alter the data once it is in. So once it is in, it is always in. That is the basic and the most important feature of blockchain. So here we are having a basic architecture of blockchain where it represents various blocks are connected with one another. The next block that is going to be added in a block will be having the information of the previous block. So hash value of a previous blocks will be saved in the next block. So if somebody is trying to alter any one of the blocks, they need to change all their previous blocks. Then only the alteration is possible. And that is the case where it is difficult for blockchain to make it change, right? So it is very transparent to everyone that is using it. If you are considering the blockchain, it is having various types of blockchain. One is private blockchain, then public blockchain, hybrid, that is the combination of public and private, and the consortium blockchain that is specifically used for multiple businesses who are combining together. Right now, my focus is representing the blockchain in terms of supply chain management. So we are thinking about initializing it all, implementing it in the private blockchain network only. This is a sample blockchain block. So each and every block is having its own unique block number, which is helpful for us to uniquely identify it. The nonce is a value which is used to generate the hash value unique. Then timestamp represent at what time the block is generated. Then whatever the data you are going to store, that will be in the data field. Previous hash will have the hash value of a previous block, and the by combining all these values, that is block number, nonce, timestamp, data, and previous hash, the hash value of the current block will be generated, which will be used in the next block. That is the basic architecture of a blockchain. Now, in terms of features of a blockchain, it is used for removal of the single point of failure. As we are having distributed nature of blockchain, that won't be the case of single point of failure. Then immutability of a transaction, once it is in, it is always in. Validation, it will be validated with the use of one of the when many protocols are there for validating it. One of them is proof of work. Then disintermediation, there is nobody who is considered as a third party. Only the person who is interested to enter the data will be the person who is going to validate it. No double spending. We just the transactions in one block do not conflict with the transactions of the any other blocks. Now, if we are talking about applications of blockchain, there are many. The many fields are using the blockchain: supply chain, healthcare, land record, educational domain, banking, and agriculture. We are going.
Her network is not good. Do we have someone else from the team? Is there anyone else from the team here? Okay. You're back, ma'am. You're on mute, Vidisha, ma'am.
Vidisha, unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, please continue.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we're discussing about the advantages of blockchain in terms of supply chain management. It is helpful for accurate costing information. Nobody is going to bluff here because everything is will be saved in the blockchain blocks. So workstation 1 cannot claim that this is the quality of shipped product, and somehow it is mismatched with the delivered products. Better shipping data will be available, reducing the human errors. As the data will be stored at each and every intermediate workstations, the human errors will be reduced, and it will have the automated purchasing. Product safety will be there, preventing the compliance violation will be there. If we are talking about traditional supply chain, this is the sequence of operation that is going to be there. Once the product is ready, the suppliers will be there. Then they are giving the information to the producers or the manufacturers. Well, producer and manufacturer are going to develop the products. They are going to deliver the product to the wholesalers, to the retailers, and to the final customers. Now, the customer is not able to know that if their product is faulty or the product is not delivered on time, then at which level the issue was there. So for that consideration, supply chain management can make the transparency easily. So if we are considering the role of supply chain, role of blockchain in supply chain, then we can see that if
This is
we
a
are talking,
gentle reminder. There's only
sorry,
1 minute left.
sorry,
There's only 1 minute left.
okay. If we compare the traditional versus blockchain-based supply chain, data integrity is maintained, security is also there, verification of the data and data regulations will be maintained. These are the current researches which we have done. Many industries are implementing supply chain, that is food and agriculture, pharmaceuticals, automotive, energy, finance and supply chain management, retail and e-commerce and healthcare. There are various success stories implemented which are using the supply chain. BMW is also implementing the blockchain for the supply chain costs. There are, as it is emerging technology, there are few challenges associated with that. That is interoperability. If we are using it with any other technologies, it becomes quite difficult to handle, not in every case, but it is still settling period is going on. Then scalability, if we are increasing the nodes in the blockchain network, and if it is a private blockchain, then it's not the issue. But if it is a public blockchain, then scalability is a major issue.
I'm
Then
sorry,
data
ma'am.
privacy.
I would have to interrupt you. The 8 minutes are completed. Can you please conclude the presentation?
Yes, sure, ma'am. These are the various challenges, key features on future directions and research gaps are blockchain-enabled circular economies should be enabled. We have to find out the solution for the scalability. Then integration with the emerging technology should be there. Consumer adaptation and perception should be in a positive way of blockchain, because everyone is not easily adapting the blockchain, and there should be blockchain resilience environment. So these are the various things which were studied. In conclusion, I can say that there are possibilities of adopting the blockchain in India also. The Walmart and many industries are already started implementing it, and we should move ahead in the same, as it is helpful for transparent in terms of transparency, traceability, and efficient across diverse industries. That's it from my side. That these are the references that we have gone through. Thank you.
Okay. Vidisha, I have one question.
Yes,
Are,
ma'am.
are there any regulatory or governance considerations associated with the adoption of blockchain technology in global supply chains? And
If
if
we are
so, how were they addressed in the study? You are not addressed.
if we are considering the government regulatories, they are providing that if there are some smart contracts, they are validating the smart contracts, and then they are allowing the people to adopt the blockchain.
Okay. And did this study identify any specific industries or sectors within the global supply chain that might benefit more from blockchain technology? Have you studied some specific industry?
If we talk about specific industry, I have gone through the I have gone through the use case of supply chain in terms of Walmart. They
Okay.
started from, sorry,
Okay, fine. I got it. Walmart study you have done. Okay,
yes.
okay. Why did you choose Walmart only?
Actually, in India, yet we have not adopting the blockchain very efficiently. There are few industries who are looking for that, but it's not yet, they are not 100% moving towards blockchain. And Walmart is the one who has implemented it and using it since years. So it is helpful for me if they are facing any issues or all. It will be helpful for me for the future research.
Okay, fine. Fine, fine.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to invite Sarthak Moore to present his paper titled Comprehensive Certificate Validation and Verification System for Educational Institute Using Blockchain. Do we have you here with us, Sarthak?
Yes,
Okay, you can present your screen now.
yes, minute. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarthak More, and my team members are Sakshi Balekar, Prathamesh Napate, Jay Kumar Naik, and Professor Mandar Kanjapurkar. So the topic of our presentation is Comprehensive Certificate Verification and Validation System for Educational Institutes using Blockchain. So next. So these are the main contents of our presentation. We'll start with abstract, introduction, objectives, problem definition, scope, technological stack, proposed system architecture, prototype design demonstration, conclusion and future scope, and the references. So the abstract, the comprehensive certificate verification and validation system for educational institutes uses blockchain for storing the student data. Like in past, we have encountered many cases of certificates and mark sheets getting tampered. Like student change the data on the certificates and mark sheet, and they forge it and apply it for some other institutes. So this was an issue. And for example, if someone applies to another institute pursuing his master's, and they need to verify the certificates or document presented by the student. It was a time-consuming process as they need to contact the institute. It includes manpower, a lot of time, and also finance. So to solve all this problem with the help of blockchain, we came up with this idea. And for this project, we are using a Hyperledger Fabric, which is a private blockchain. And as being a private blockchain, it can be entirely controlled by the organization that is using it. And it is, as ma'am said earlier, blockchain is an immutable ledger. So once the data is entered into the blockchain, no one can tamper the data. So it's a transparent process for the verifiers, the educational institutes, and also for the students. Like they don't need to hassle everywhere to collect their documents. So it would be a seamless process for all of them. So the traditional methods, as I said earlier, includes a lot of challenges like the certificates getting forged. Various instances have in the past have been occurred that the students forge the certificate and use it for their own purpose. So it becomes a hectic process for the educational institutes also, as they need to keep a track of the mark sheets. That like for Mumbai University, the mark sheets from third semester to sixth semester are generated by the institute itself. So they need to keep a track of the mark sheet and the students that are assigned with that mark sheet and who they're using it. So this becomes with the help of the system, it became seamless for the institutes also to keep a track of the mark sheet, the submit the generated records, and how the student utilize that records. So the main objective of our project is to create a seamless environment using by leveraging Web 3.0. We're using Hyperledger Fabric, which is a which is a private blockchain for certificate verification and validation purpose. Another aim that we are targeting is to create a platform like DigiLocker for educational institutes using cloud infrastructure and to ensure that the certificates remain tamper-proof and trustworthy throughout the process. So the problem definition, as I said earlier, the existing methods of certificate generation and validation includes a lot of loopholes like forgery, inefficiency, lack of transparency, data insecurity. So this leads to a low credibility of the systems. So and also this also leads to a lot of waste of time and manpower. So to deal with this problem and to ensure that the certificate remains tamper-proof and the integrity is maintained throughout, we have come up with the problem solution of our comprehensive certificate verification and validation system. This system uses blockchain. As said earlier, it is a tamper-proof and it is completely transparent. Like once a data is inserted into the blockchain, no one can tamper it or cannot modify the data in any sense. So we have came up with this solution. The scope of our project is currently we are implementing this for educational institutes so that they can manage their student records. The implementation includes a seamless web UI for three of like for the faculty members like the educational institutes for students and the verifiers. It also includes a centralized storage space where we can store all the documents and the blockchain network where the documents stored can be fetched and queried as per required by the verifier. It also allows the educational institute to securely store the academic records and students to access the records anytime, anywhere they want. The certificate issuers can easily upload the data. They can also renew the mark sheet and the data that are already existing into the system. And it is designed to like seamlessly integrated with the institute's current infrastructure. So the technology stack that we are using for this project is our Hyperledger Fabric, which is a private blockchain, Web 3.0, Python for generating the multiple certificates using a single CSV file, cloud infrastructure to store the generated certificates and entire documents, and one stack for developing the front end and the entire backend support. So this is the proposed system architecture of our project. As you can see, the first we have like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript to create the user interface for our student side, verification side, and the educator side. These all are connected to a centralized database, which is linked to a Hyperledger Fabric blockchain. With the help of internet, they three get collected. The documents which are generated by the educator get stored in the Hyperledger Fabric, and from there they get stored in the centralized database where the students can access it. And for the verifier who would like to verify the document presented by the student, he can directly query the database and it would return the necessary details about the document which are already stored for that particular student in the presented database. So the proposed so the proposed system, we have three interfaces. One is for the educator, one is for the students, and one is for the verifier. All three are like very easy to use and navigate. Like for any beginner who is using our system for first time, he can also easily navigate through the system. So then we have a Hyperledger Fabric blockchain, which is controlled majorly by the educator, as he allows the student to join the network. He generates the certificate, and the certificates are stored using the smart contracts that we have created, and it is stored in the Hyperledger Fabric network. And from that network, each certificate is assigned with a unique transaction ID, which is used to uniquely identify the certificate. And this certificate gets stored in the centralized database. The student are given their individual login ID with the institute email IDs. So once they log in into the system, they can see what certificates and mark sheets they have assigned by the faculty members, and if they want to submit this mark sheet for like further verification or to an institute or to a company, they can like put it submit it there, and we have a verifier site. Like they can simply put the mark sheet's UID or the mark sheet unique ID, and it would give them all the details of that particular mark sheet, like who is the owner,
This is a gentle reminder. You have one
yeah,
minute left.
sure. Next. So this is the prototyping and design. Like as on the top, you can see the dashboard and the dashboard for the student. On the bottom, you can see the verifiers, like how they can verify. Next. This is the sample certificate and marksheet template that we have generated using our system. Next. So these are the Hyperledger Fabric transaction that I was talking about, which are generated it is generated certificates and marksheet. So the conclusion, our system aims to utilize blockchain and benefit the educational institutes and the verifiers. It reduces time, verification cost, and enhances transparency by optimizing the system and resource allocation to educational institutes and organizations. It also prevents counterfeit of certificates and ensures its integrity. The system also provides easy access and sharing of certificates, and this would provide a seamless experience to all, like educators, students, and as well as the verifiers. Next.
Okay.
So these are the references.
Sarthak,
Yes, ma'am.
nice presentation, nice presentation. Have you
Thank you, ma'am.
started the implementation work?
Yes, ma'am. We have started the implementation. We have also filed for the copyright.
Okay, I have one problem, like one doubt. How
Yeah.
does the system handle the revocation or expiration of certificates, and how is this information updated on the blockchain? This you did
So
not talk about.
yeah. So we have written the smart contract earlier while establishing the network Hyperledger Fabric. So each smart contract has a particular life. Like for example, a certificate is generated today. It would be valid for the next 4 years or 5 years, as per the specified in the smart contract. And after that smart contract, the educator will be verified. Educator and the student will be notified that the certificate has been revoked. So if a student is still willing to keep that certificate, he need to, like, there is a single interface. So he can ask the educator to renew it, and the educator from his side, he need to renew the certificate. And it would be again stored with the unique ID in the Hyperledger blockchain.
Okay, for storage, are you using some specific
Yeah.
approach? What
For
is that?
the generated documents that we have, like certificates and marksheets, we are using Firebase to store it, like Firebase data.
Okay, okay. And verification, for verification process?
For verification process, like each marksheet is embedded with a unique ID that is present on the bottom left. So there are two types. Marksheet also has the QR code. You can scan the QR code and all the details of that marksheet will be available on your device, like phone or laptop, anything. And secondly, we have a marksheet UID that is present on the bottom corner of the marksheet. So like educator can verifier can simply, we have a CLI, so he can simply copy and paste that UID in that, and he'll, once he enters it, he'll get all the relevant information about that UID stored in the database.
Okay, fine, Sarthak.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Sarthak. I would now like to invite Aswit Kaned to present his paper titled Destiny AI, Your Personalized Travel Itinerary Planner and Chat Catalyst Using Generative AI. Do we have you here with us, Aswit?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay,
I'm sharing
you
my
can.
screen.
Yes.
Is it
Is
visible?
it? Yes, it's visible. You can start presenting.
Yeah. Okay, so good morning, everyone, one and all. I am Aswit Kaned. This is our project title, Destiny AI, your personalized travel itinerary planner and chat catalyst using generative AI. The authors are myself, Aswit Kaned, Kulal Palande, Pratham Bhagwat, and Nishant Palav. Also, our mentors, Sonal Balpande, Kiran Deshpande, and Urjashri Bhatt. Just, yeah. These are the contents: abstract, introduction, scope, objectives, and literature survey, technology stack, proposed system, working, results, and conclusion. So this is the abstract. Currently, as we all know, that online travel information landscape faces significant challenges, including cluttered and repetitive content, which hampers the tourist ability to plan their trips effectively. So to overcome this issue, the proposed system involves the development of a travel planning system driven by generative AI. This innovative system aims to provide tourists with personalized recommendation tailored to their unique preferences. The primary objective is to streamline the process for users, minimizing the time spent searching for destination based on their specific interest. Unlike previous methods, this planner considers travel individual interest by analyzing their sentiments expressed in written text about their previous travel experiences. We have also used NLP, natural language processing, for getting the user preferences and their emotions. We have trained the data in and the models like LangChain. It is a new technology which we can use to fetch latest generative AI and new technology using chatbots. It also begins by comprehending and analyzing users' input, including preferences, constraints, and travel aspirations. Uh, yeah. So next, we have introduction. To enrich the itinerary suggestions, we have integrated the TripAdvisor API for a popular and highly rated attractions, accommodations, restaurant, and activities. For the user engagement and responsiveness, we are deploying a real-time AI chatbot as a part of the system. This AI chatbot is powered by OpenAI API, which acts as an instant guide, addressing users' queries and providing immediate assistance. For the technological part, we have used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And for the backend, we are using Python and Flask as a combination for the backend. And for database, we are using MongoDB. And for the additional feature, we are using MongoDB Atlas for the cloud deployment of the project. So the scope of project is we are using a chatbot which we can which can respond in multiple languages. User can offer seamless cross-language interactions. The chatbot can interact with the users and give appropriate responses. The main thing is the travel itinerary part. Actually, a user has just have to input a specific location, for example, like London, and then the user will get the detailed itinerary about 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. However, the uh, interested or interest of the user. Like day one, you are in the morning, you will visit this. In afternoon, you are having lunch here, hotels, etc. And restaurants are there with the ratings. And for the user queries, we are using the chatbot. To develop this website, we are using NLP, natural language processing, and generative AI, which will suggest the popular and highly rated attractions, accommodations, restaurants, and activities for selected destination with a map feature. Uh, we are also providing a real-time weather forecasting. What are the currency rates of the country, language spoken, and highlighting fact about the location. For improvisation, we are gathering the sentiments of the users by gathering their feedback and doing the sentiment analysis on that. These are the literature survey. First one is the chatbot development using natural language processing. We have researched the paper, and it emphasizes the significance of NLP, but it does not future. The gap of the paper is the potential areas for future research in this context and practical demonstration. They have not demonstrated that. Second was the ChatGPT fundamentals. We are learned about the NLP and OpenAI models to mimic human languages. Then genetic travel itinerary solution and restaurant selection. Then uh, complementing travel itinerary recommendation using location-based social networks. Then multi-edge computing touristic service using 5G networks. So our technological stack includes HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python and Flask for server-based interaction, MongoDB for database, OpenAI and prepared as a API for fetching the data. So this is the overall flow. User will log in, and then if it is already registered, he will go back. He will be redirected to the home page. If he's not, he will have to log in. On the home page, he will see two options. Here, one option is chat with AI, and second one is generate travel itinerary. In generate travel itinerary, user will have to input a specific location, and then he will get the detailed itinerary. The data will be collected by the TripAdvisor API and will be given to the user in the UI. So all this user queries and fetch is connected to the MongoDB database. And this MongoDB database is connected to the cloud platform as MongoDB Atlas. So these are the results. This is the login page. This is the registration page. This the screen I was talking about. A user will get chat with AI and plan a trip with AI. So he can plan a trip with AI. So this is the chat overall chat catalyst. If you want to have a customized itinerary, you can request it. You if you want to go for Goa for 2 days, you can do it like that. See, we have an example right here. Plan a trip to Rome, Italy for a 5 days and make it vegetarian. We can also customize it. So it will generate a day-wise itinerary according to the user's preferences. So this is the About Us and Explore page. This is the main Destiny AI home page where the user will input his or her place. And also at the bottom, he can see his the recent trips he has visited. For example, Switzerland. So this is the overall UI. The user will get the 5 days itinerary, the ratings of the users, and a little bit about the location. The real-time weather forecasting is there, day one, day wise. The hotels are recommended, and if he has any queries, he can chat to our AI chat catalyst. So he will greet you with the hi there, where do you want to go next? So if you suggest your
This is a gentle
if you
reminder. There's 1 minute left.
yeah, sure. So he will suggest some more places and the deep dive into the user queries and will provide solutions to it. So this is a travel advisor thing. There are attractions, and also there is a rating about 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. So the user will get recommended nearest hotel and attractions. These are the hotels and these are the attractions. So with the map feature, so he can also get the location where he is currently and where he has to go. So future work is to make it a cross-platform application like iOS and Android. So it will work in the smartphone as well. And also for blind people, we are thinking about for a voice commands, like the users can speak like read the itinerary, find the attractions. So user will don't have to blind users can easily access this website. So these are the references. Thank you so much for patiently listening. Thank you.
Okay, Aswit,
Yes.
what data sources does Destiny AI utilize to provide recommendations for activities, accommodations, and dining options in travel itineraries?
Actually, ma'am, we are fetching the data from Google Maps API and TripAdvisor API.
Okay,
The machine learning model we are using is for sentiment analysis. We are using data classification there. So use there are specifically two things: the review and sentiments. There is a bad review and there is a good review. So if the user provides the feedback that your itinerary was bad, so it will generate as zero. At it means it is a bad itinerary. And if the user is states that the itinerary is good, then we will show it as one.
okay. What algorithm you have used for this sentiment analysis?
Data classification, yes.
Classification में there are n number of algorithms. Which algorithm have
Regression,
you used?
linear
Regression.
regression.
Linear
Yeah.
regression. Better you should have used some other, not linear regression. TF-IDF, then something else you might have used here. It will increase the accuracy. And have you evaluated the language model?
Yes, ma'am, we have evaluated the language model. We are
What
using
was the
NLP
accuracy?
87%, ma'am.
87 is very less. Okay, okay.
Yes. Yeah, we'll try to improve that on your feedback.
Okay, I have last question now. Suppose
Yeah.
a user wants to make some adjustments to the proposed travel itineraries generated by Destiny AI. If so, how will you incorporate this into the model?
First of all, the itinerary the user will going to just have to enter a place name. If he has to customize it, then he
Uh-huh.
can use the chat with AI feature. So he can address the chatbot, and we have used NLPs to generate human-like context. So he will get the customized one.
Okay, fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank,
Okay.
thank you, Aswit. I would now like to request Sharda M. Kori to present her paper titled Implementing Automation in Foundry Industries through the Integration of IoT and AI/ML. Do we have you here with us, ma'am? Sharda, ma'am, do we have you here with us? Since I cannot get a response, I'll move on to the next paper. Uh, just a second. I would like to invite A. Prabhu to present his paper titled Instagram Reel Bites Factors Influencing Food Customer Engagement and Intention to Purchase Food Through Instagram Reels. Do we have you here with us?
Yeah, hi, Priyanshi.
Hi. You can present.
Yeah,
Second, I'll,
just
yeah,
let me
I'll
share the
stop
screen.
presenting.
Yeah,
You can present.
so hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible. You may
Yes.
start.
Yeah, yeah. So, hello everyone. First of all, thank you very much for this opportunity. So, my research topic is basically Instagram Reel Bites, the factors influencing the food customer engagement and the intention to purchase food through Instagram Reels. So, first of all, I'd like to thank my professors for making me do this and for this opportunity. So the purpose of the research is basically simple. So we everyone of us basically use Instagram for our in our day-to-day basis, and we also are very much interested in watching food content in Instagram Reels, right? So we wanted to research on what are the factors influencing the customer's purchase intentions based on watching these reels. So the aim of this study is basically to study and find out how Instagram Reel affects the food purchase decision of the consumer. So Yeah, so to begin with, TikTok was one of the famous platform social media platforms in India before. So after the ban of TikTok, the TikTok creators actually moved to the new different platforms. They started exploring YouTube Shorts. They started exploring Instagram Reels. So Instagram Reels is very famous among Gen Z. So we wanted to touch base on the Instagram thing. And as you can see in this graph, 2020 Q2, the TikTok was banned in India, and there is a sudden rise in the installation of Instagram apps. And Instagram, as you know, as many users, it is a rapidly growing channel, and it is seen as an influencer marketing channel in India right now. So basically, before 2 years, before 2020, YouTube is seen as a main platform for this influencer marketing thing. But now Instagram is being seen as a influencer marketing channel in India. And the research gap is what we found is there are a lot of research related to TikTok in this thing, but uh, research based on this Instagram Reels was very less. So that's the research gap, and we wanted to do a research on Instagram. So basically, we have two research questions. So, what are the factors influencing the customer engagement on Instagram Reels? And our second question is: does customer engagement mediate the impact of Instagram Reels influencer on the food purchase intention? So we actually had 222 responses. We floated a Google form with our questionnaire, and we used non-probabilistic purposive sampling technique. And the target, the age was 18 to 50, and we targeted all the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. And yeah, the inclusion criteria for the survey participant is like they should be a user of Instagram, obviously, and they should be online and offline food buyers actually. So we used a strata application for the data processing. And this is our conceptual model. So we categorized our independent variables into three categories based on the influencer characteristics, based on the real content, and based on the consumer characteristics. And the mediating variable is customer engagement. How these independent variables leads to customer engagement and it leads to purchase intention is what our conceptual model is. So these are our hypotheses. So basically how these each of the independent variable affects this dependent variable. So this is the analysis report that we got. So among the factors we considered, we find based on the results we found the hedonic enjoyment, foodiness leads to customer engagement, and it leads to the purchase intention. And the factors that are influencing the customer engagement are attractiveness of the video or the content, the conciseness of the content, and the foodiness and trendiness of the content. So if Instagram reel is attractive, it is concise, and it is more foodie related, and it is trending, people are more likely to engage with the content. That is what the basically the result shows. And this is a mediation analysis we did using Strata. And so basically the results is basically how this the channel can be used as a marketing tool for Instagram content creators. And the overall result in the shows that, as I mentioned before, hedonic enjoyment, foodiness, and customer engagement significantly impact the food purchase intention after watching the food Instagram reels. So for let's say if a creator wants to create a content on Instagram, it is essentially they want to focus on more visually appealing content, relevant and enjoyable content, so that the Instagram reel is more engaging and it leads to purchase intention. So for a marketer, in a marketing perspective, it is important for a content creator to consider these particular factors while creating the Instagram reels or content for their ad campaign or something. So limitations in future research. So now there are a lot of changes in the Instagram Reels algorithms, and basically initially it was 60 seconds, and it has been converted to 90 seconds. And we just wanted to know how this change will impact on the customer purchase intention. So that should be our future goal. And these are our references. And yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Okay. I have one question, Mr. Prabhu.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
Based
ma'am.
on your study, What
Okay.
specific factors were identified as influencing food customer?
Yeah, ma'am. Let me show you. Yeah. So we consider these many variables: the attractiveness of the video, trustworthiness, popularity, informativeness, conciseness, emotional connect, hedonic, and thing. The things that are highlighted in this thing in this table are the factors that we or the characteristics that we found are influencing the purchase intention. So so based on our mediating and dependent variable, we did two analysis to find out which characteristics influences customer engagement and which characteristics influences purchase intention as well. So this is the column. This is the table or analysis that factors influencing the purchase intention basically. So based on our research, we found the enjoyment. Let's say if they are playing a video, let's say a consumer is seeing a video, if it is enjoyable to watch, and if the content is more related to food, we found that the people are more interested to purchase that food. And if the content or if the video or the reel is attractive, it is concise, and it is it shows a lot of food content in it, and it is and the food the type of food is trending, it means that the customers or the viewers are more engaged to that content. So this is what we found out in our research.
Okay. One more question. Have you studied the impact of hashtags, captions, and other metadata?
No, ma'am. So that should be our future focus as well. So we just focused on the content part alone. We just not tap on the the algorithm part. How the hashtags and captions, how it boosts that content. We haven't included in this particular study. That should be our future goal. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
I would now like to invite Kirtana Priyadarshini to present their paper titled Non-Invasive Smart Mobile Application for Disease Detection from Human Fingernail Photography. Do we have you here with us? Kirtana, do we have you here with us? Do we have anyone else from the team? Last call. Do we have anyone here from the team? Otherwise, I'll be moving forward. Okay. I would like to invite the next presenter, Suraj Singh, to present their paper titled Precise AI-Driven Cattle Identification and Classification System. Do we have you here with us, Suraj?
Good morning, ma'am. Myself Himanshu Rane, and I will be presenting the paper on behalf of Suraj Singh.
Okay.
Please see if my screen is visible.
You can present now. Your screen is not visible right now.
Is now my screen visible?
Yes, it's now visible.
Yes.
You may
So
start.
good morning, everyone present here. Myself Himanshu Rane, and presenting the paper titled A Precise AI-Driven Cattle Classification and Identification. So starting with introduction. The global cattle industry faces challenges including disease control, climate change, and the need to feed a growing population. Traditional
Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. I'm sorry to interrupt, Himanshu. I'm sorry to interrupt. Srividya ma'am, your network was not there and we couldn't delay much. We have started another presentation. You can present after this one. Your network is still not good. Your network is still lacking. You can improve the network or someone else from the team can present the paper and we can then take the presentation after this one. Okay?
should I continue?
Yes. Himanshu, you may continue.
The global cattle industry faces challenges including disease control, climate change, and the need to feed a growing population. Traditional contact methods include hot iron branding, freeze branding, ear tags, human implants, tattoos, and others. However, these methods are less cost effective and cause stress and pain to animals compared to advanced alternatives. The proposed system classifies cattle into two distinct categories, cows and buffaloes. The system introduces an individual cattle identification feature, assigning each cattle a unique identification. The system offers similarity comparison, allowing users to compare input cattle images with a database of known cattle. Once an individual cattle is identified, the system retrieves its specific information. In our proposal, we leverage advanced AI technology, including the powerful Inception ResNet V2 architecture with a convolutional neural network CNN and the YOLO V8 model. So the objectives of our research are to curate and assemble a diverse and well-annotated data sets of cattle images representing various breeds and environmental conditions, to develop an AI-driven cattle class system capable of accurately identifying and classifying cattle in real time based on their distinguishing features by using machine learning, to extend system capability to perform highly accurate similarity comparisons for precise identification of individual cattle and retrieve the specific information, to design an intuitive and user-friendly graphical interface. Now coming to the literature survey of our for our research paper. So we have went through a array of papers, among which most of the papers, to generalize the content in short, most of the papers focused on the traditional cattle methods which are inaccurate and which cause animal stress, and many of them have included which many of them have focused on videos of the cattle, or they have focused on face images which are also not accurate or which have not proven results. Now moving to the scope of the system, the system provides scope. First is cattle theft prevention, which helps by accurately identifying the individual cattle during theft. Second is comprehensive cattle management. Third is fraud prevention in insurance claims. It is seen that many companies, many big giant companies provides insurance on cattle, which the farmers in many of the part of the country uh, make fraudulent claims, and to reduce this risk of fraud claims we can use the system. And the last is ownership dispute resolution. Now moving to the project design, our proposed system consists of a user uploading the image of the cattle. First it will go through a user input validation model, where it will be identified whether the provided image is of cattle or of a normal or of other animal. Then it will go through two models. First is classification model, where it will be which uses Inception ResNet V2 to classify the cattle as cow or buffalo. And the second is identification model, where it will extract the muzzle image of the cattle, and the results of both will be combined, and there will be a similarity comparison between the image present in the database and by the user, and we will get the output. Now, focusing more on the process, first the user will input the image. It will go through our identification model and classification model. In identification model, we are using YOLO V8 network, which will detect the muzzle from the cattle image, and the crop muzzle image will be then sent for pattern extraction and matching, where we will use grab cut algorithm, from which the muzzle will be extracted and features will be extracted using SIFT, and then using BF2, and in the classification model we are using Inception ResNet V2, which will classify the cattle image as cow or buffalo, and both the results will be combined, and using BF2 and FLAN, the results will be matched with the cattle database, and the similarity comparison will be done, and we will get the end result. Now moving to the implementation part, the first task was dataset preparation. So we have dataset which comprises of 2,968 cow images and 850 buffalo images, which were later augmented into 3,003 buffalo images. So images were collected using smartphones. We have visited the cattle farms. Next, coming to data pre-processing, in which we have removed the noise or the uh, uh, irrelevant images from the data set. Then the 850 buffalo images were augmented. Horizontal flipping rotation was used, and Keras library image data generator class was used. Now moving to the data acquisition, we have a data set which comprises of 1,154 images containing both faces and muzzle points, ensuring diversity in terms of species. Now data annotation was a important to take out the muzzle from the data set. Now moving to the user input validation model. Input user validation model uses inception ResNet v2 for processing and classifying cattle images. Classifies images into desired class 1 and undesired class 2 based on unique cattle attributes. Then we have cattle identification model. In this model uses inception ResNet v2 to classify the image into cow or buffalo image. Now moving towards cattle identification. Cattle identification uses YOLO V8 model to extract the muzzle part. Then the extracted muzzle is sent for pattern pre-processing, where GraphCut algorithm is used, which extracts the features from the muzzles. Then we have pattern extraction and matching. After pattern pre-processing, the algorithm moves to pattern extraction and matching, uses scale invariant feature transform Swift algorithm. And then we use BF2 and FLAN for matching the image with the
This is a
database image.
gentle
Now
1 minute reminder. Himanshu, you
yes,
have 1
ma'am.
minute left.
So our mean average precision is 0.5 and 0.5 for our system. So moving to the result and discussion part, the user input inception ResNet model shows 98% of accuracy. Cattle identification shows 98.21% of accuracy. And FLAN and BF2 algorithm shows 98% of accuracy. Pattern matching model matches 98 out of 100 images accurately. Now coming to the conclusion part, the proposed AI-driven cattle identification system is designed to address complex charges. The YOLO V8 model shows the accuracy of 98.21%. This system real-time capabilities make it adaptable for diverse agriculture settings, farms, and insurance companies. In summary, this innovative system proposes to revolutionize cattle management practices, enhancing productivity, animal welfare, and efficiency. Thank you.
Himanshu,
Yes, ma'am.
you have implemented model using CNN technique, right?
CNN, and we have cattle classification model which uses inception ResNet v2 model, and we have cattle identification system which uses YOLO v8 model.
Okay. You are not given the comparison of results of all these models. Okay, that is fine. But my question is like, uh, beyond this cattle identification and classification, what are the potential applications of this
Ma'am, this system can be used for
identification
identifying
and
fraudulent
classification
insurance
of this?
claims. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Beyond cattle identification, right?
Yes, ma'am. So beyond cattle
Beyond
identification,
cattle identification and classification, what are the potential applications of this
so, ma'am, the
study?
potential identification first I have mentioned in the PPT is if finding fraudulent insurance claims. There are big tech companies like Bajaj Finance, Tata AI, which provide insurance on these cattle. Many farmers send the same after the death of the cattle. The farmers send same images to the company. Once the cattle is died, even though they keep on claiming the insurance on the same cattle. So this system can be used to identify fraudulent insurance claims, and also it can be used to modify the livestock management.
Okay, fine. Have you deployed this in real world cattle management scenarios?
No, ma'am, we are still in the deployment phase. We are in the talk with a company regarding the policies.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshu. I would now like to request, just a second. I would now like to request Kirtana Priyadarshini L to present a paper titled Non-Invasive Smart Mobile Application for Disease Detection from Human Fingernail Photography. Yes, your screen is
Oh,
visible. You may start.
yes, ma'am. Good morning to all. I'm Srividya from Meenakshi College of Engineering, Chennai. I'm going to present paper ID 31 titled as a non-invasive smart mobile application for disease detection from human fingernail photography. This is my presentation overview. Abstract, introduction, literature survey, existing system, gaps identified, proposed system, results and discussion, conclusion, reference. Abstract. Abnormalities in the nails of human beings may be signs of underlying systematic disorders. The main objective of this project is to create a mobile application that allows user to utilize the camera on their phone to take pictures of their nails. To analyze the nail images, the customer vision AI API is employed and find certain nail flaws. The end result is the development of a user-friendly smartphone application that makes it simpler to analyze fingernail pictures and offer suggestions. Introduction. Our health and physical fitness are most important. We detect diseases that affect our bodies in their latest stages or at their most severe stages. One method of diagnose diseases in the human body involves the examination of human fingernails. Among the body parts, nails are the last one to acquire oxygen. But the first part of the human body to display symptoms of illness in the nail. The color and the texture of human nails can be used to forecast various disorders in the healthcare industries. Here I have provided some abnormality nails. For example, if you have off and off nail, you will be affected as a chronic kidney disease. If you have black nail, you'll be affecting as a fungal infections. And if you have white nail, you'll be affecting as a diabetic or heart disease, like etc. And if you have pain nail, you'll be affected as a anemia. Objectives: to develop a user-friendly smartphone application that allows user to capture images of the nails using their mobile camera. To integrate the custom vision API into the mobile application to process and analyze nail images for identifying potential systematic diseases. Then I identified the gaps in this project. There is a limited research and development in this area, and limited data collection and accuracies. Then algorithm development and validation, ethical and privacy concerns, integration with healthcare systems, user accessibility and usability. These are all the gaps identified in this project. So existing system, suppose if we are first one, I'm focusing skin cancer detection. So at present how it works: skin vision uses artificial intelligence to analyze skin lesions from photos, assisting in the earlier detection of the skin cancer. So like that I have given for cardiogram ADA, like that. Then these are my literature survey. This is my proposed system. The journey begins with user authentication, integrates Firebase as a secure service by Google. The mobile application will be developed for Android and iOS platforms. Users will be guided to capture standardized nail image. The custom vision API provided by Microsoft um, will be integrated into the backend of the mobile application. The API employs machine learning to analyze and clarify nail images based on the trained patterns. And backend, I'm using this, or the front end, I'm using XML, and the backend, I'm using Java. And this is the module description. And what are the server I have used. For TensorFlow, I used for image processing, and RoboFlow for keeping the data set of different nail images. Then technique use used: machine learning with Python, cross-platform compatibility with Java and Quality, efficient data handling with Groovy. With that, I am going to change the seamless data interchange with XML. These are all the software I used. So execution methodology. First of all, I am going to capture the nail images. After that, I loaded some application which is used to analyze the fingernail, which is abnormality or which is normal. If there is any abnormality, that abnormality belongs to which um, deficiency. So the backend receives requests from the mobile applications for deficiency detection. Here I patient data stored in database. I am going to access the patient data stored in database, which may include information about previous diagnosis. Additionally, the backend server houses AI models used for deficiency detection. This workflow illustrates the seamless flow of data and interactions between different components in the system. from user input to deficiency analysis results. So this is the workflow, results and discussion. Here, after from my, so too many images I took for the testing and validations. So in that I successfully find out 13 different nail abnormalities along with the normal nail conditions. So here, the efficient data handling capabilities afforded by Groovy streamlined the processing of large data sets, contributing to the overall performance and reliability of the application. So, additionally, XML enables seamless interchange of data between different components of the application, facilitating smooth operation and data synchronization. This is my RoboFlow dataset details. Here, I kept all nail abnormalities. So 20,199 images for used for train set, and from that valid set 1124 images, and for testing images I took 569 images. So these are all the data set I used for the training testing images. Then if I see for off and off nail, I took 271 training images, 35 test images, and for validation I used 69. Total image I used 375. So in this I got the efficiency 100%, sir. 100%. Like that I have checked for all the things.
This is a gentle 1 minute reminder.
Yes, ma'am. And here I have produced the accuracy versus nail abnormalities. If I kept off and off means it's showing up to 100 percentage, and clubbing if I took it's producing only 47 percentage, like that. Then conclusion: the proposed technique offers a thorough and effective means of identifying systematic disorders based on nail abnormalities. The program prioritizes irregularity recognition and embraces continuous learning to guarantee its efficiency and dependability. This research compound presents an exciting opportunity to advance medical knowledge and potentially redefine diagnostic paradigms. Future work. So in future, I can enhance with different AI-driven accommodations for personalized treatment of preventive care based on user data, and user data implementing user accounts for personalized history tracking and data backup. These are my reference. These are my reference. That's all, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Dr. Srividya, nice presentation. I have two questions. Based on literature survey, how reliable is the disease detection capability for this, say fingernail photography?
Ma'am, pardon, ma'am.
Based on your literature survey, how
Yes,
reliable is
ma'am.
the disease detection capability for this fingernail photography?
I'm going to introduce some mobile application, no ma'am. In that I'm using graphical user interface and all. So after capturing the nail images, it should convert
Do you
into
feel
the
that?
digital format. From that you're going to extract the features. So after that I'm going to check with the data set which nail is normal or abnormal. If it is abnormal means that
Yeah,
goes
but
to which type of
Dr.
disease.
Srividya,
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you feel that this fingernail photography will be having accuracy will be more or reliability will be high based
Yes,
on
ma'am. Yes,
literature
ma'am. For that
survey?
only we are. Ma'am,
Come to
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. So for
number
that, we
30.
have to use the Pakka camera for that, ma'am, for taking the images.
Fine. Come to slide number 36.
Yes, ma'am.
Slide number 36, you have described comparison of results, right? In slide number
Yes, ma'am,
36.
yes. Yes, ma'am. For nail abnormalities, I have produced the
But there you
accuracy
are
work.
not mentioned, but there you are not mentioned which algorithms you have used for that getting the accuracy, like somewhere you have mentioned 87%, somewhere you have mentioned 80%. You have not mentioned the names of the algorithms. Which algorithms you have used?
Ma'am, AI algorithms only I used.
Refer your slide number.
Just
AA.
I'll press it. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
36.
Here. Oh, in that image I have did mention, ma'am. I used AI algorithm only, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Pardon?
AI algorithm, ma'am. Artificial
Okay.
intelligence
AI
algorithms.
algorithm. Can you
Yes, ma'am.
list out those algorithms names?
Ma'am, algorithm names, ma'am. Genetic algorithms.
Yes. GA.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Okay.
No issues.
Thank you, ma'am. Shall I stop sharing, ma'am?
Yes,
I've done that.
please.
Thank you so much. I would
Thank you,
now
ma'am.
like I would now like to invite Arushi Saxena to present her paper titled Smart Basket Using RFID Technology. Do we have you here with us, Arushi?
Yes, I'm here. Just a second.
Yes.
Am
You
I
can.
visible?
Yes, you are visible.
Just a second.
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
Um, yes, it is. You can start presenting.
Mm, Just a second. Yeah. Is it visible? Just a second.
Yes, it's visible. You can start.
Okay. So good morning to the esteemed panelist, and I'm Arushi Saxena from Gautam Buddha University. And today I'll be presenting my paper on the topic Smart Basket using RFID technology on behalf of me and my co-author Abhishek Singh. So this is the outline for my presentation. And the prevalent, just a second, I'm sorry. Yeah. So the prevalent barcode scanning systems that are present on the counters of shopping centers in rural as well as urban areas have a very time-consuming process, and they are tedious, and they often result in long waiting lines for the customers. So the proposed model that we have made has used RFID tags on items and RFID readers and LCD screens for the shopping baskets. The RFID technology here helps the system to autonomously identify the items, and the LCD screen then helps to display the name, price, total expenses for the customer. The developed support Android application that we have made helps to enhance the shopping experience of the user by providing some additional information like product information, history of the customer, promotional schemes, store navigation maps, discount schemes, and also allows for parallel shopping. The RFID tags here enable for seamless retrieval of item data, facilitating an efficient billing process within the carts. And overall, the system has been used for optimizing the shopping operations and saving time and enhancing convenience for the customer and the stores at the same time. So the RFID technology is a pivotal element in the end-to-end management and tracking of the store products. It helps in tracking and also improving the customer service. The combination of RFID technology with the Zigbee Wi-Fi modules that we have used helps to streamline the shopping experience by inculcating support functions like item returns and also payment features. The accurate product location, customer monitoring, and data security features can be ensured by inculcating a few IoT-based solutions in the future. The proposed model ultimately results in a simplified user experience and reduces human interaction, thus benefiting both the customer as well as the stores. And also, it is used for we are aiming to elevate the service quality by helping to assist the elderly and physically challenged individuals during the shopping. Now for my literature review, as you can see, the previous researches that have been carried out in the domain primarily focused on the following aspects. In 2017, Rick and his team had incorporated RFID readers with the shopping carts and used LCD displays for user interaction. Then in 2017, Lee and his team used RFID technology and Zigbee modules to implement functions like item returns and payment facilities. Then in 2021, the Reja and his associates used Arduino Uno and RFID technology to implement a web-based bill generation platform for the items that were scanned in the cart. And in 2022, you can see Sukhani and his team has developed an IoT-enabled shopping cart that connected the user's smartphone and acted as a personal cashier, which allowed the scanned and added items in the cart to be totaled at the end. For the proposed methodology, every store item would be equipped with an RFID tag, and the tracking and identification of these items within the store will be monitored through it. The store shopping baskets will be upgraded with RFID readers and the LCD screens. When the customer will place an item in the cart, product details will immediately be displayed on the LCD screen, including information like the item name, the quantity, and the price. Then the total expenses of the customer will be calculated in real time, and it will adhere to the addition and the removal of items from the list. The transactional data will then be transmitted to the central billing unit of the store, and this Android application will be an added benefit for the customer, as they will be able to make various shopping lists, explore various store benefits, and help with the promotional schemes and store navigations. Now, as you can see, for the components and the workflow of the system, the cloud server, shopping cart, mobile application, and database will be the primarily four components of the system. And as you can see, this workflow program that helps the LCD screen to display whether what total expenses the customer will be receiving at the end, and the addition and the removal of the item has been included here. This is the circuit design that was used by us. And there's an Arduino Uno that was built with a 16:2 LCD screen. An RFID tag and transmitter and receiver was added. And the Wi-Fi module, we used the Zigbee modules, and the mobile application and billing counters from the store. Then the circuit design for the transmission section of the RFID technology would be the power supply, RFID reader, the Wi-Fi transmitter, and the Arduino Nano. On the receiver station, we can see there's the Arduino Nano, power supply, Wi-Fi receiver, LCD screen, and the central billing unit. This was the prototype that we had developed for the smart basket. And this is with the complete hardware setup with the Zigbee module, the Arduino Nano, the power supply we used was the laptops for us at that point of time. And these are some screenshots from the Android application that was developed. As you can see, this is the welcome screen where the user can log in, and after logging in, they will have the benefit of having the previous data also stored. Then they can set a budget for themselves. Then this menu displayed here shows the previous transactions, the mode in which the person is shopping, and the budget that they have set for themselves. And basically, there are two types of shopping modes that we have presented for the customer in the application, either shopping alone or shopping with a buddy. Now, to shop with a buddy, the customer can share their verification code with the person they're trying to collaborate with, and then they will be able to make a collaborated list of items that they will be shopping for. And the actions can be either shopping from a randomly picked list, like you can go there and just add the items in the cart, or then you can have a saved list from your home and then you can use it. Then this is the shopping list that will be displayed, the save list that you have made prior to this, and the total items. And
This is a 1 minute reminder.
Okay. Now for the resultant discussion. The shopping baskets were equipped with an RFID transmitter and receiver to help in the billing experience of the user. RFID technology helped in the efficient billing process for the customer and the shopping center. The Android app was used to provide user with an interface for enhanced shopping experiences, and product information, shopping modes, store discount schemes, navigation maps, etc. are the added Android uh, benefits and that we have inculcated here. Now for the conclusion, the implementation of smart basket system will promise a significant improvement in the shopping experience for the customers and the operational efficiency of the markets. Then the evaluation of customer and employee satisfaction for the system's performance will allow for the fine tuning of various parameters according to the specific needs of an individual store. The RFID technology will streamline the inventory management, billing processes, and the overall store performance, resulting in substantial cost saving and improved service delivery. For the future prospects, we can think of integrating machine learning algorithms that can help personalize the shopping experience for the users, and advanced analytical tools can be used for gathering insights of the customers, and then expanding features such as mobile payment options and real-time promotions for further enhancement. These are my references, and thank you. This will be all from my side.
Okay, Arushi, I have only one question. What
Yes,
technique will you use so that shoppers can receive real-time updates or recommendations based on their shopping habits or preferences through the smart basket?
ma'am, currently we haven't worked on the promotional aspects of the application, but in the future, the stores will be able to host the application themselves and then provide their own promotional schemes and the discount schemes that they are floating at that point of time.
Okay, and can this smart basket can be integrated with the existing retail systems such as
Yes,
loyalty
ma'am.
programs or?
Ma'am, like currently, in if you have seen in some shopping centers like Decathlon and other sport gear systems, you can see that they have already started implementing versions of this. The difference is that they are using a complete shopping cart for this experience, and we are trying to minimize even that cost, and we are using a simple basket where the user can simply add their
Fine,
items and they will not need to
fine,
wait in
fine,
lines.
fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Arushi. I would now like to invite Kalpesh Chavan to present his paper titled UR's Corporator,
Yes, present.
Innovating Citizen Corporator Interaction through ML Enables Comprehensive Framework.
So is my screen visible?
Not yet.
So is it now?
Yes.
Uh, so starting with the presentation, myself Kalpesh Shawan. Very good morning, our esteemed judges, Judge Ms. Ratna Patil. So today I'm excited to present my topic, which is innovative mobile application, which will be which is designed to bridge the gap between citizens and the local government for enhancing communication, transparency, and community engagement. So, so before starting to the presentation, I would like to. So this will be the content that we'll be discussing today. So talking about the abstract. So before moving to the topic, I would like to have an question that when we encounter some issues regarding our neighborhood or face problems in our area, so where do we usually turn? So naturally, we many of us would seek assistance from our local corporate, right? So, however, if the corporate isn't always available in the office, so to address this need, we developed a digital platform. So, talking about our abstract, so our project addresses key challenges faced by citizens, including the efficient complaint resolution, with a limited awareness of government schemes and inadequate information on local events. And it is a disconnect between citizens and corporators. So, talking about the introduction part, so as we discuss this problem identifications, so talking about the problem identifications, first of all, it is a lack of efficient complaint resolution. So citizens often struggle to report their issues to their local government
and experience delays or insufficiencies in the resolution process. So second one is about limited awareness of government scheme. So many of us are unaware of the various schemes that are offered by government, which are valuable opportunities for our assistance or support. So talking about the third problem identified, it is inadequate information on local events. So whenever government organize some events, the community events, facing challenges for uh, we are facing challenges in them in knowing them. So the fourth problem identified was key lack of communication between the citizens and corporators. So if there is a disconnect between citizens and their related corporators, it will be leading to breakdown in communication and accountability. So for this, a solution proposes that we have developed a complaint system which will be providing citizens with a user-friendly platform to report their issues directly to the local government. And talking about the one of the features in our project is the scheme pages. So we have developed a comprehensive scheme page within the app, which will be having citizens to access the information about various government schemes and initiatives. So we have developed a user-friendly event notification system also, so that citizen can get the notifications of the event holding in the localities. So we'll be building an application which will be transparent, which will be providing transparent communication channels and detailed corporate profiles. We promote trust and accountability in local governance. Talking about the literature's review, these are the papers that we have referred for our project. So in this first literature my city app, it was a study that findings were found that there is a good citizen participant in such platforms of citizen engagement. And second paper also has a good interface for the application, which will be uh, efficient for the citizens. Talking about the next, also bridging gaps is also another study done. So the research gap we came into across was the existing system that was that there is many failure of citizens and corporates to engage with another limited efficient communication teamwork. So we have reduced that gap. And talking about the schemes that we are unaware about the government schemes, we also integrated that platform which will be giving a overview of the various government schemes. For now, there is no such platform that he will be providing. There is a platform which will be uh, quickly reporting issues to the local corporators. So we have also done that, and we'll be trying to fulfill this gap by this application. Talking about the methodology, first of all, we can see that a user can log into the application, and there are features like scheme exploration, legal assistant, and a complaint page. So whenever the user want to file a complaint, like complaints like if in his area he has water logging, potholes are there, and such many different public issues. So he can file a complaint, and in that complaint he can take a picture of that incident or that complaint, and he can upload it. So after uploadation, corporate will address the complaint, and overall this the work how many complaints are that the corporator has been resolved, it will be ranked by the algorithm. So the second feature was key scheme exploration. As we say, we are unaware of the many schemes that government proposes, and for that fulfillness, we have developed a scheme pages. So for legal assistant, if you want some legal assistant from some recognized entity, so we have given a contact for of the renowned legal assistant for the citizens. So algorithms we have used for the ranking, as I said, key ranking gradient boosting algorithm will be used. So, and we are also using NLP for chatbots so that it can interpret the human text interactions, which will be helpful for the citizens to get used to with the chatbot. So here are the results that we have discussing. So here is the basic login page and a registration page. So we will be recognizing user with the Aadhaar number as well as the ward
This
number
is a
from the.
gentle 1 minute reminder.
So education assistant, if you want some education assistant, will be doing this. This page will help this, and this is the scheme page. And complaint page, as I said, there will be a option of uploading image. So this is the technology stack that we have used. Flutter for the mobile application, and we'll be using web for our administration process. And talking about the conclusion, our platform is facilitating government communication, so which will be very efficient, in resolving the public issues. So this will provide a very vital tool for promoting communication, transparency, and engagement between citizens and local government. So moving forward, we plan to prioritize regions based on population and government engagement, foster partnerships for in widespread adoption, and will be committing to user-centric approaches to address these emerging needs and challenges. So thank you for your patient listening. These are the reference that we have gone through, and the questions are welcome.
Okay, Kalpesh, I have only one question. You have used NLP, right? So which NLP model you have used to analyze citizen feedback, my corporator responses?
Yes, ma'am. If the user wants to suppose he has filed a complaint, right? So if the complaint is not resolved by the corporator, then he will be able to ask the chatbot what process to be done for this purpose if the corporator does not resolve issues. So for that purpose, he can use chatbot.
Okay, you have used chat box. You are not designing your own model, NLP model, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any comments on optimization?
Actually, we are with the talks with my local corporator. As I have discussed this topic with my corporator that I have proposed this idea. So he said, okay, now in now there is no such system which is live. So we are working on it.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Kalpesh. At last, I would like to invite Ma'am Sharda M. Kori to present her paper titled Implementing Automation in Foundry Industries Through the Integration of IoT and AI/ML. Do we have you here with us, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. You can now present your paper.
I hope the screen is visible now.
Yes, it's visible. You may start.
Good morning to one and all present over here. So I'm here to present our paper titled Implementing Automation in Foundry Industries Through the Integration of IoT and AI/ML. My co-authors are Mahesh Kori, Nagraj Shiri, Tushar Purani, Prabhakar Sam. So we'll begin with the introduction. Basically, foundry industries are facing so many challenges with respect to the automation skill set that is not lacking in the workers. So because of that, IoT and AI/ML is gaining more popularity in the area of foundries. And we are staying in such a place where we are surrounded with so many foundry clusters. As we are from Belgavi, the hub of foundries, and we try to find out how we can contribute to the foundries with the help of this IoT and AIM. So here, as a part of introduction, I would like to mention the importance of automation in improving the productivity in foundries. So this is about the topic and the relevance of the topic with respect to the foundry. AI/ML in foundry industry, we know very well artificial intelligence is gaining more popularity, and also it has not left the foundries as well.
So here in foundries, it plays an important role in decision making, prediction, then defect detection, process optimization, energy efficiency, and so many other key parameters. So as a part of this, we have made a survey of how IoT and AI/ML can be integrated to contribute to the automation for foundry industry. So these are some key applications of IoT in the foundries, like equipment monitoring. For example, we can monitor the temperature of the furnace with the help of the sensors that are available. And also we can go for energy management. And the other key aspects are process optimization, inventory management, safety monitoring, quality control, and supply chain optimization. So let us take the case study of the work which we have implemented for one of the industries in Belgaum, that is Grahalakshmi Group of Industries. So here the objectives were labeling and tracking of the mold boxes in the molding section. That was um, the first objective. Apart from that, we have developed the mobile app which will be tracking the mold boxes. It is going to count how many mold boxes has been produced and with the help of suitable sensors and the hardware. And also we have maintained the database for tracking, the real-time tracking of the mold boxes that has been generated or produced. So these are the various steps in sand casting. So melting of the metal and pouring that metal into the mold, then casting will happen. So after that, heat treatment will be given, cleaning and finishing, and inspection. So basically, this process is divided into three parts. First thing is pattern making, core making, and getting systems. So this is the area that was given to us, and the automation that we are doing here is we are trying to find out how many mold boxes has been generated in that particular process, and also to find the defect in the produced mold with the help of image processing, and to develop an application to count the number of mold boxes and the analysis for the given time period. This was the objective of the entire project or the case study. So these are the images which we have obtained from the industries, which shows the various stations of the foundry. Here we can see the casting, then the pouring of the metal, and so all these stages are obtained from the industry. So here in the next image, we can see the compression stage of molds and the entry stage. So pouring will be done next. So this is second station location where the pouring process and the shakeout stage has been shown. So here this PPT will just glance on what exactly is the molding station. So here the conveyor belt, we can see the Grahalakshmi Industries conveyor belt. It is going to have these compartments. So hydraulic conveyor belt shifter, and this is our furnace. Conveyor belt, it will be keeping track of the molds, and this is our first screening station. And coming to the components that we have used in the first screening station, we have used the camera in order to capture the image. We have used the camera, which can be used in Raspberry Pi, the ARM processors, and the other platforms. And also we have used a sensor, that is infrared sensor, with the features of adjustable detection distance, low consumption, and compact size. And the main processor which we have used here is Raspberry Pi. Belongs to ARM family. So these are the, this is the representation of our Raspberry Pi, which is basically used to control the entire process of mold box counting. So what is our contribution? So exactly what is existing in foundries is we are using, in fact, they are using physical proximity sensors or barcode detection. But the drawback of that is due to the aging or due to the over the time period, that barcode may give the failure rate is high. So because of that, whatever automation we are providing, that that is giving more benefit to the foundry people. What we are doing here is remote access to data with the help of the app, and we are going to integrate new sensors if required, and we are using the cloud for real-time data monitoring and live detection using AI and data uploading. So we are using the remote proximity sensor. Uh, so we are overcoming the drawback of using barcode in the foundry. So now here we are going to see how the image is processed. So these are the current coverings. And if it is accepted, this is the image which shows the accepted mode, and this is the rejected mode.
This is a gentle 1 minute reminder.
Yes, ma'am. So this is the home screen of the app which has been developed. Here we can see how many modes has been generated. Out of that, how many has been accepted and how many are rejected. This we can generate according to the requirement, day-wise or monthly, so that we can do. Same thing, live production details. So I would like to conclude with the help of this app interface and history. So these are the alerts that has been generated with the help of this app. So if there is no process running currently, then it is going to give the alert. And if you want to generate the report, depending on the date or the day which you want, then that can be done easily with the help of this app. The advantages are flexibility, and we can do some automation with respect to the mold box counting, and we can easily supervise the product, and also the traceability with the help of the real-time data using mobile app. Thank you so much.
Sharda, I have only one question for you now.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
role does AIML play in predicting and preventing quality defects in castings?
Role of AIML and IoT.
Yes.
Basically, ma'am, we are using the IoT for automation. Like we make use of various sensors for sensing the temperature, furnace temperature, and image processing we have used to find the defect in the produced mold. We can use this AIML for predicting. We can apply some algorithm to predict what could be the quality of the mold, and how we can enhance the productivity of the foundries.
Okay, fine. Priyanshi?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sharda. Uh, yes, thank you, everyone. I would now like to thank Ma'am Ratna Patil for sharing this session. This was the last presentation of our session. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us throughout the session. A token of appreciation to ma'am on behalf of Team ICTIS 2024 and the Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Ma'am, would you like to share anything? Any
Yeah,
closing
yeah.
remarks?
Okay. Dear scholars and participants, very good morning. I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to our presenters who have shared their research findings and insights. The diversity of topics covered in this session truly reflects the richness of research and innovation in the current scenario. The session showcased a diverse array of cutting edge research on various applications based on artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms, IoT, RFID, and blockchain technology. These presentations collectively highlighted the breadth and depth of research at the intersection of technology and various domains. Thank you to the conference organizers of ICTIS 2024 for putting together such a dynamic and engaging event. I wish you all continued success in your research and endeavors. Thank you all. Thanks, Priyanshi.
Thank you, ma'am. I sincerely thank all our authors for their excellent presentation and contributions to the session, and all our participants for being a part of this national conference. International conference. I hope this session was informative enough. And we, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during this eighth version and all the previous seven versions of the conference. We will be happy to have you in the 9th version in 2025 as well. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already been forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ICTIS 2024. At the end, I would like to request everyone to switch on their camera for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference. Can everyone please their cameras? Yes. Okay. I'll take the screenshot now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hello, Priyanka
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
Priyanshu ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Tejaswini.
Ma'am, I have a request. Like, while presenting, like everyone's presentation, you are presenting one slide of like present name and
Yes.
can you display of cyberbullying detection first slide? Because as we have to make a report in our college, I need that one.
Uh, just a second. I'll. Okay, sure. Here it is. You can take the screenshot. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.